Inflation in the U.S. recently hit a 40-year high. Taming runaway costs is one of President Biden's biggest domestic challenges. Part of his solution lies in reining in the high cost of prescription drugs.
1 in 4 Americans who need prescription drugs struggle to afford them. 1 in 4. Nearly 30% have skipped doses of essential drugs they're supposed to take. This is the United States of America, for God's sake. That's just wrong.
Americans pay far more for prescription drugs than people in other developed nations.
And it's about 2 to 3 times higher than what other countries pay.
That's because, unlike other nations, the United States doesn't negotiate on price. Drug makers set the price.
The U.S. has almost a religious commitment to the free market. And decade after decade, people say, well, if there's just competition, and if we just let the invisible hand of the market, it will drive down prices. It hasn't done that for 40 years.
The pharma industry says the high prices Americans pay for prescription drugs funds research and development and benefits Americans by giving them access to newer and a greater abundance of drugs than people in other parts of the world.
Kaplan says that's partially true, but the substantially higher prices aren't justified.
It's too much. We are getting stiff because we have no control over what the drug companies say. And when you look at their budgets, they're not spending most of it on research. It's marketing and advertising.
Biden's plan relies on capping out-of-pocket drug costs at $2,000 a year for those on Medicare, insurance which covers nearly 64 million American seniors. He also wants to give Medicare the right to negotiate prices for some drugs. Lowering drug costs is popular among many voters and has been a campaign promise for decades. But Kaplan isn't confident Biden can get it done.
Pharmaceutical industry is powerful. Pharmaceutical industry loves their profits. Remember, a lot of Americans have pharmaceutical industry stock in their portfolios. They want to see big profits because it helps their retirement. Do I think politically he can get it through? No.
Karina Huber, CGTN, New York.